Alright, so here we have our diagram of the brain. Here in green Play-Doh, this is the cerebral cortex. It deals with thinking and planning. And then here, this whole area here is the brain stem with all the different things on it that need to function. And in pink specifically is the brain stem. And then moving up, we have the reticular formation. Works with your sleep and your wake cycle. Right, all right, and then so moving up here we have the cerebellum, which coordinates your voluntary movement. And then moving over, I'm gonna move the hippocampus out of the way real quick. Right here in purple we have the thalamus. And the thalamus receives and organizes sensory info and relays it to the cortex over here. And then in red, we have the hypothalamus, and that controls like motivated behavior like eating, drinking, and like set activity. And then right here in blue, we have the pituitary gland, which is like the master gland. It controls growth and regulates other glands on its own. Moving back here, we have the hippocampus, controls learning and long-term memory. And then connected to that in purple is the amygdala, which influences aggression and fear. And then, all right, moving up here to the yellow is the basal ganglia. And what that does is it works with the cerebellum and the cerebral cortex to control voluntary movement. Here in blue, we have the medulla, which works in controlling the heartbeat and the breathing. And then we have here the pons, and the pons where helps with sleeping and dreaming. All right, moving on to the cortexes.
All right, so here are the cortexes. So first we have the frontal lobe, and the frontal lobe is responsible for like personality, intelligence, and has voluntary control of muscles. Then we have the temporal lobe, which is involved in hearing, language processing, and memory. Then there's the parietal lobe, and it processes sensory information, taste, temperature, and touch. Then there's the occipital lobe, which is the process and response to visual stimuli. The motor cortex controls voluntary movements as well, and it's this tealish color. And then the sensory cortex detects and interprets information on touch, temperature, pain, and pressure. And it allows us to understand the texture of an object.
And here we have the Wernicke's area, which understands like spoken language and helps like with understanding that. And then here we have the Broca's area, which is like involved with speech production and like making sounds. All right.